Alright, we're good. We're good. Everything's good here. This one. Wanted to hit this one because it was the one that was in front, which means it's the one that was being blasted by the most enemies. Level 80, right there it is. Finish up this Oculus, then we get to do some heroic dungeons. Get the gearing going on the Death Knight. The plan is do the dungeons as a tank, but roll on Frost DPS gear to gear up as Frost DPS, and hopefully get enough gear to become to get ourselves into a Molten Core this week, which we have today and like a little bit of time tomorrow before the weekly reset for this server. So very limited amount of time. I do have 40 Titanic Embers that I can spend, which will pick up probably a belt, a trinket, and a relic, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to get anything else. Then we could probably buy the spiked Titan Steel helmet, and there'll be a handful of other things we could buy as BOEs, but we'll see. I think we kind of have to go into the heroic dungeons and then, you know, see what drops we get, because we're only going to get 2 resets of heroic dungeons, where we can specific queue the ones we want that drop the things we want. And if we don't get the things we want from those dungeons, then it's just like, well, we have to put something in that slot, and maybe we buy at that point. Okay, I dismounted from the Drake too quickly. And I'm out of range of these things. Yeah, I cannot hit those. Uh-oh. Well, as long as our healer isn't dead, we're okay. Yeah, okay. The healer is not dead. Alright, yeah, so that's the plan. Just hit level 80, grind up some heroic dungeons, see what we can do. We gotta get dual spec. I learned that cold weather flying, that's a trap, dude. Just get the loaned Griffin reins out of Storm Peaks. Totally free, lets you fly in Sholazar, Ice Crown, and Storm Peaks at the speed of a regular flying mount. It's not even like scuffed super slow speed or anything like that. It's just totally good. I'm gonna put these elixirs back on. I was using them before. Alright. So this is my second level 80 on the Titan Reforged servers. My first was my Rogue. Second, Death Knight. Death Knight, obviously a little easier to hit level 80 on because the character starts at level 55. So really helps out the situation when you cut out that much of the leveling. And also being able to be a tank means you can dungeon queue very, very quickly. Centrifuge, Core, Cloak, Agility, Haste, Attack Power. I mean, does anyone else need it? If no one else needs it, then I'm gonna need it. Okay, the Hunter needs it. Our Cloak slot is either gonna be very expensive or very mid. Because the Cloak that you can buy is that's like the good strength cloak. Cloak of Bloodied Waters, I think it's called. It's like 300 gold. I don't know if I want to spend that much, you know. We gotta... I have a lot of gold, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna spend every gold I have buying, like, weird pre-raid gear, you know? That guy just walked off of the platform. Okay. Well, that's unlucky. There's nothing you can do about that. Sometimes you just walk off the platform because you just hate Oculus that much. You want it to be over. Yeah, I don't think we can even res him. Yeah, I mean, he's toast. He's gone. That's unlucky. One, two, three. My healer is here, so we're good. 1, 2, spread disease, blood boil, death and decay. Nice. Yeah, the Blood Death Knight changes they made make Blood Death Knight tanking like really a pleasure. It's a breeze. I'm not struggling to grab threat on everything. Made a lot of changes to Blood Death Knight. Basically amping up the threat of a few different abilities. Like way more threat on Blood Boil and Heart Strike. They beefed up some talents, just adding like some parry chance here and there. And then a really big one they did is they made it so after you deal damage with Blood Boil, your next Death and Decay has the Frost and Blood rune requirement removed. So your next Death and Decay only costs a single green rune. You know, single unholy rune. Instead of costing 3 rune, you know, instead of costing all 3, like. So you can do much better openers where you just hit a quick Blood Boil into a quick Death and Decay, and then you still have 4 runes left at that point to hit other abilities to help pick up the other mobs. Let's see, what's the situation with this other Death Knight? Is he gonna make it in for the boss? He's over there. What's his situation? Is he on a mount yet? No. Okay, well, I think we're just gonna pull without him then. And if he figures out how to get a mount and get up to here, then good for him. Yeah, I don't want to constantly move this guy, because I have to move him after he does frost bombs. Trying to keep the area around that pillar clear of the frost. Because he's going to do that, and we have to hide behind the pillar then. Where'd he go? Where is he? Hello? What? Did he, like, he reset. His health is full again. Did he teleport to the other Death Knight or something? Huh. Well... Oh, wait, there he is. Let's see. Maybe we want to wait for this other Death Knight to get a mount? He still doesn't have a mount? Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't tried to vote kick this Death Knight yet. That's what I'm most surprised about. I'm not a big fan of vote kicking people in the dungeons, but it seems to be a pretty common thing to do on these servers. Alright, what's gonna happen? Ah, he teleported back to us. Perfect. No! He's bombing the thing. Okay. So we have to move a lot to get to another, you know, potentially safe pillar for when he teleports again. Is this guy gonna die? Nope, he's okay. Oh, but he teleported over there. There we go. Alright, what do we have? Conjurer's frick, dude. Greed roll that. Everyone's pressing greed on the hat. This guy pressed need on the hat? Okay, I need the hat too, actually. I got the hat. Nice. Okay, what is this? Redirect all harmful spells cast at friendly drakes to yourself for 10 seconds. Evasion. I'm pretty sure my main role is to just spam number 1 because it does chain damage, so it kills the drakes. And then I guess if I take too much damage, I use evasion. 30 seconds or until all charges are exhausted. Wait. It's a 5-second cooldown that lasts 30 seconds? Huh. Okay, so that's an ability I just spam then. I think we're doing this with 4 people, because I think the Death Knight still hasn't figured out how to get a mount. Yeah, he still does not have a mount. Wait, how do I get evasive charges? Well, I'm still at 100%, so not gonna worry too much.
Such insolence, such arrogance must be punished.
My Drake is dead? Well, that didn't go very well. I don't understand what gives me evasive charges. The thing said it needed evasive charges. Kind of don't get what does that. Maybe I didn't read all the abilities properly. I think we just have to kick this Death Knight. He's not helping. He had a lot of time to figure out how to get a mount and seems to have just not gotten a mount. Are they still doing it? Oh, they have 2 people. Oh, there's 2 Ruby Drakes. I wasn't the only Ruby Drake. The Hunter has picked a Ruby Drake as well. Alright, he seems to... Oh, wait, nope. Our Emerald Drake is dead now. Let's see what's happening. Evasive maneuvers, evasive charges. He's out of evasive charges. Evasive aura. Oh, wait. I can't read it anymore because he's dead. Right. I think the Amber Drake is going to die now. He's Hearthstoning. Okay, no dragon. Alright, we gotta run back. Would you like to queue? Who's the leader? Mage is the leader? They're gonna have to re-queue then. We're in. Mount up our Drake. Go up. Alright, are we gonna try to re-queue? Because I guess I can't re-queue us. We need the group leader to re-queue if we want to get a 5th person, which I kind of thought the point of kicking the Death Knight was to get a 5th person. I thought that would be kind of like understood. Zarfe, hello. How's it going? We just hit level 80 on the Death Knight, Zarfe. We gotta get ourselves into a handful of heroic dungeons now. While we're waiting for the other people to get back in, let's take a review of the loot I'm trying to get. Bone Grinder Breastplate, Ahn'kahet, the Old Kingdom. Oopsies, I clicked wrong. So, probably just crafting this. Buying it, I mean. Gundrak Heroic would be good. Ahn'kahet Old Kingdom Heroic. Bands of the Stoneforge. We got 2 other good options for Bracer, so screw that. Gauntlets of Dragon Wrath Oculus Heroic. Gauntlets of Capture Violet Hold Heroic. Utgarde Keep Heroic. Oh, I don't want to do Oculus Heroic. What's the other one? Gauntlets of I'd rather do I'd rather do that. Okay. Let's see, are we all here? We all here? Yeah, okay.
You brash interlopers are out of your element. Round.
Alright, he's about to come out of his freeze thing. So I'm gonna redirect plus evasion. Because I've got some evasive charges here. One evasive charge right now. I don't think I want to do it yet. Wait, now I have no evasive charge. Alright, do this. Do that. Okay, good combo of abilities. Hopefully, my Drake is taking a lot of damage. I am dead. Yeah, I think I'm misunderstanding something about the Ruby Drake here, honestly. I think I'm misunderstanding about something there, or I don't know, maybe it's a healer issue, I don't know. Dragonflight Great Ring, Strength, Stamina, Defense, Hit Rating. Spell power, on use, haste rating. Alright, so we greed roll this one, and we need roll that one. Okay, cool. We got the tanking ring. It's a bit of a struggle, I would say. Nice, we are getting rezzed. Alright, out of here. Leave instance group. Okay, so let's see what we can get on the auction house and what we can get from the Titanic Embers vendor in Dalaran. All right, so we got level 80 in the Oculus, and then we did actually a lot of errands of training skills, buying some BOEs, getting some enchants, getting this and that all sorted out so that we would be ready to queue heroic dungeons. And now we're finally there. We got a lot of stuff that was just better than what I already had, like this block value thing. We don't use block value as a Death Knight, but the other stats on it made it better than the item I already had equipped. So the plan, I just cut out from the YouTube video all the stuff of just milling around town and buying this crap. So now we're just queued in for Utgarde Keep Heroic. We got our damage dealers found. I'm the tank. Wait, why doesn't it have the tank selected? Utgarde Keep is one we definitely want to do. Oculus has some very good gloves for us. Gundrak also has some good stuff. But as a tank, we should not really expect very long queue times. We could go Drak'tharon Keep for a good trinket. Utgarde Pinnacle for a good trinket as well. Also a good necklace. We definitely want to hit that one. But what we got to do is we just got to race. Basically, we got to do as many dungeons as fast as we possibly can, because it's 4:16 a.m. server time. The lockouts for the heroic dungeons reset at 5 a.m. server time, I'm pretty sure. So if we can get a bunch of dungeons in the next 45 minutes, then they reset, then we can do the same ones again for all the ones that we didn't get the loot that we wanted. Setripa says you just canceled your WoW sub. Congratulations. Now you can play games that are actually good. Oh yeah, so these other Death Knights probably want the leggings from the last boss, I would guess. Yeah, there's a lot of plate users in this group. Alright, our first try in Heroic. Are we going to get absolutely clapped, or are we going to be okay? So far, it looks like we're going to be okay. They haven't really hit me yet. So I'm not sure. Okay, that was a big hit. Okay. Probably just not going to do, like, big pulls of the mobs. Jesus, they're missing a lot. Okay. It's because my weapon skill's a little on the low side. This is a new weapon type that I got. Well, I don't need weapon skill to hit with spells. So, as long as we do a lot of our threat through spells rather than weapon strikes, that should be totally fine. Haunt that guy. Okay, okay, okay. Looking good. Yeah, 3 Death Knights. I'm pretty sure they need the legs from the last boss. Just like I need the legs from the last boss. Can you train weapons on dummies? I think, you know, contrary to what you might think, by the... Oh, shit, hang on. I have to play. I have to play right now. I don't think you can train skills on training dummies. Even though that would, like, make perfect sense because they're literally called training dummies. Blood boil, death and decay, spread disease. Good. We have threat on everything. Good. Good, good, good. Do you think this is a skip the bosses group? I mean, I'm keen to skip the bosses. We'll see if anyone complains. If anyone complains, then we'll kill the boss that they complained about skipping. But we can skip the first 2. Just go straight to the last boss. Uh-oh. Heal up a little bit. Okay, good, good, good. I thought I was going to get knocked into another mob there with that knockback. But we were actually pretty far away from the nearest mob, so we were totally fine. Now, whenever I did this dungeon in normal mode, and the last boss would do, like, a big smashing attack on me, I would pretty much just press some defensives and then eat it. Although, it may be a good idea to avoid the attack in heroic mode. Oh, shit. Health is kind of spiking here. I am dead. Other Death Knight is dead too. Healer had mana. Let me see what the situation was. Was I getting anti-magic shell, rend? It looks like I was getting heals, so it wasn't like healer being AFK. That's maybe just I suck a little bit too much. Standing in AoE, I didn't even know these guys did any ground AoE. Melee, 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 melee. Yeah, I'm not seeing any ground AoE type of things. It's all melee damage that's hitting me. Alright, I guess that was an opportunity that I should have pressed cooldowns. Alright, there's gonna be a 4-mob pull. Can we just walk around them? Nope. Alright, we got him. Drinking, he's moving. Alright, is that skippable? You know, especially because my gear's a little on the weaker side. I don't want to, like, try to skip something, fail to skip it, and then end up fighting 2 packs at once, because I might not be able to handle it. Let me see what this guy is saying. Do I have a Google Translate open? I do not. Okay, they're pulling mobs. Rick. I mean, shit, what do you want to do? You run ahead of the tank. I don't know. I mean, luckily no one died. Why you skip boss? Everyone skips the bosses that you can skip. Unless you need specific loot from that boss. And I don't need loot from that boss that I'm aware of. And I don't need emblems, because I'm already maxed out on them. Shit. Waiting. I mean, this would either be a Giga Pull. Yeah, okay. Well, we're going with the Giga Pull option. Jesus, it's too many. Yeah, that was not the way to do that one. So we were supposed to not pull the pack on the left. I know I pulled the pack up ahead, but I did not pull the pack on the left. It's possibly the Moonkin AoE that pulled the extra pack. That could be it. I don't know what caused it exactly. Can I put a not hide armor kit on any of my gear, like this chest armor here? Or this glove here? Alright, that's a little bit more stamina. 16 more stamina, 8 on each of those. Not the most, but might as well. Healer is a little bit behind, but healer is full mana. So as soon as they're here, we can go. Okay, good. Skip, skip, skip. Good. What do we have? We have one guy lagging behind a little bit. The Death Knights. Okay. Up the corner. Make sure everyone makes it around the corner. Yep, everyone's around the corner. That's good. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Good. Just a few more packs, then boss time, and we see if the boss is gonna kill me. Maybe it'd be a good idea to snap up a, like, tanking flask. That could make this way smoother. I was targeting the Rider and not the Drake. I have to target the Drake first. Alright, one more trash pack, then boss, and then we get our first heroic epic, because it's going to drop for sure, and I'm definitely going to outroll the other Death Knights. There's simply no way that chain of events doesn't happen. I think I will definitely go try to get a tanking flask. I think that's worth it. It's going to make this much smoother. 1, 2. Let this guy get in range. Okay. So I think when he does a smash attack, I do have to avoid it. There. Oh, he's going again. There. Perfect. Okay. He dead. We line of sight until he resurrects, and then he does his, like, dread roar thing, and then we go back in. Don't want that additional shadow damage taken situation from getting the debuff. We can also open with DRW. Didn't use that yet. Oh, it's just gonna constantly be on those things now. Okay. Well, he's dark smashing, so I'm walking away. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Army of the Dead gets it killed. Staggering. Oh. Awkward how the thing that I needed didn't drop, and it dropped this other thing that I don't need. That is pretty awkward. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for. Okay, let's go leave instance group. Good. And let's double check my heroic dungeon lockout. Make sure we have the timing on these correct. Oh, Utgarde keep 2 hours, 26 minutes. Wait, it takes way longer. Maybe it's 5... Oh, we have way more time than I thought we did. I thought it was 5 server time. It looks like it's 7 server time. So it's 5 p.m. local time. Okay, that's where I was getting the 5 time in my head from. Okay, that's a bit of a relief. We have a lot more time than I thought we did. So, let's get that tanking flask, and then let's just start getting into more dungeons. What was I about to do? I was about to hit Wyrmrest Accord. This is like the backup. We can get Exalted with these guys, and we can get an Epic Leg. And since we just missed the Epic Leg in the dungeon, we might need to get that backup option. Okay, who knows what the tanking flask is actually called? Otherwise, I'll have to find it on the auction house, which wouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Violet, Hold, Pinnacle... Oculus, even though I hate that one. Gundrak, Drak'tharon. I think that's about what we want. Flask of Stone Blood. Okay, yeah, let me grab that. Oh, 2.25 gold? That's not even very expensive. 2 gold even. Look at that. Okay, so here's 3 of them. Great. That should be a big help. Dangerous Lurker, 80 hype. Yeah. 80 hype. We are going. Let's go. Specific dungeons. These 5 heroics.
What can I get for you today? Safe travel.
Few heroic with guild. I don't know if anyone in guild wants to do them. How much is Grandeur Trinket? You mean Greatness? Dark Moon card Greatness? It's like 3,000 gold or something. The fair is not in town right now, so I have to buy the trinket directly. I can't buy the deck. Greatness. 3,700 for the agility ones. 3,700 for a strength one. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. I literally don't have enough gold total on my account. I have 2,912. We spent a lot of gold getting the dual spec here and getting a handful of the BOEs that I need. Did I get a tank ring or tank something or other in that dungeon? I don't think so. Yeah, nothing really dropped that was good. Oh, we could get some sockets. Never mind, it's Drak'tharon keep time. Drink up my flask. Gem. Those would probably just be straight strength gems. Okay. Buff this. Raid target icon square and raid target icon circle. Okay. Wait, that guy left the group. We lost someone already. Not a fan of Drak'tharon Keep, I guess. Good. Queued up in the Dungeon Finder. Healer mana is looking totally fine. Drop that Death and Decay on them. Spread Disease. Little dancing rune weapon here. Spread the double diseases with the dancing rune weapon. Rogue is doing kicks. Love that. Rogue's actually cranking. Oh, this rogue might be really geared. Did 3.7k. Ah, okay. Well, it's from a Blade Flurry. But they're still doing good damn, that's for sure. Warlock's doing some good damage too with Seed of Corruption on the bigger pull like this. So the main item we're hoping for out of here is called Incisor Fragment. It's a trinket that drops from King Dread, the giant raptor boss. Whoops. I did not mean to use Vampiric Blood there. It prevented me from doing Disease Spread when I wanted to. I didn't have any blood runes left. Oh well. Make sure I don't pull too much here. Let's do a little Icebound Fortitude. Position him so he's not facing all the casters. Another Blood Boil. Anti-Magic Shell, reduce some of this nature plague damage I'm taking, or whatever it is. Yeah, now that we're back to a situation where it's like the content's a little harder than our gear is good for, and it's a little harder than I'm used to, we gotta game a little bit more. We gotta pay attention. Make sure we aren't getting killed. Healer mana looks a little low. Maybe I should have waited. on that pull. He's behind. He might aggro that. I'm watching. Nope, it's walking away. Okay, we're fine. Good. How's my two-handed mace skill looking? 399. We're perfect now. Okay. No more problem. Does he want to drink? Does he want to drink? It doesn't seem like it. Okay. I thought his mana was pretty low, so I was gonna wait. But if he's not sitting down to drink, then, you know, I'm not waiting around. Good. Okay, here we're definitely going to need mana. Please drink, Mr. Healer. Okay, good. He's drinking. Let's see. Do this. Then I can pull the boss. Unholy Frenzy the Rogue. DRW up. 1, 2. Gonna be a big explosion. Never mind, not a big explosion. What's the problem with the rogue? His health got really low. It wasn't just from my empowered rune weapon, it couldn't be. Not empowered rune weapon, unholy frenzy I meant. Did I say empowered rune weapon before? I meant unholy frenzy. That's what I'm doing on the rogue. Make him do way more damage. Treads of strength, stamina, defense? Are these better or worse? I mean, they have defense on them, but I don't think they're as good as what I've got. I like the hit haste on mine. I'll hit a greed roll. Call it good. Good, good. Diseases spread. Dancing rune weapon out. Now, let's see if they want to skip Novos the Summoner. That one's coming up. It's very skippable. Want to skip or kill? I think they want to kill the boss. Let's just kill the boss. Instead of dilly-dallying about whether we kill it or not. Alright, so the damage dealers mostly handle everything coming in from the stairs, and I'm just looking for stuff that comes in from one of those two doorways. Alright, you guys want a stream prediction for will the trinket drop? Prediction. Oh shit, hang on. I have to play the game a little bit. Haven't been doing very many stream gambas and predictions. we going? What's going on? You're gonna be another... Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. Time to blast. This guy isn't the guy that drops the trinket. The guy that drops the trinket is the boss after this. Good. What do we get? First, Lich Blade. Sword with spell power. No good. Okay, start prediction. Will the trinket drop? Yes or no. 5 minutes on the clock. I'll close it right before the boss dies if it's still up. But there you go. Stream Gamba is available now. Rogue is moving forward. He's got Tricks of the Trade on me. I love that. Oh my god, I am dead. Wait, no, I'm not dead. Wait, they're trying to kick someone. Who are we kicking? Oh, they're gone. Why'd they kick the druid? I don't know why they kicked the druid. Well, now we need another healer. I thought the thing that popped up in the middle of my screen was me being dead. Oh, 07, Mr. Druid. I thought he was doing totally fine. I have no idea what it was. I didn't even vote, okay? I didn't even press. Because of leather loot? Did he, like, need roll a leather thing? Did he need roll the cursed Lich Blade? Oh, he did. No, wait, no, there's only one. No, there's 2 need rolls. Maybe that's what it was. Druids can't even use swords. So, need roll by... I mean, now we just have to wait, which is annoying. This guy. This is the Warlock. Need roll by 2 character name. Yeah, that's what happened. That makes sense. Druids can't use swords. He should not be need rolling on a sword, especially not over a warlock that could actually use it. That's justified, I would say. Could always ask the people that kicked him. Look, communication is difficult when I don't speak Mandarin. Chinese do not forgive such transgressions. Yeah, apparently not. But now we're out of a fucking healer, and we've been sitting here for 3 minutes and counting. Why are you playing on Chinese server? This type of server called Titan Reforge is only released in China. So if I want to play this version of the game, I have no other choice but to play on the Chinese servers, because that's the only region that it released to. This version, called Titan Reforge, is the only version of Classic that's even attempting to do something new. All the versions available in the West are re-releases of content that's already been out without any major changes. So they're boring, if you ask me. Alright, Paladin is in. We now have a healer again. Okay. Okay, we're good. Maybe the paladin might have needed a second to get their bearings. Maybe that's why my health dipped. Wrath Heroics? Yeah, Wrath Heroics aren't something new. The raids here are new-ish. Alright, we're definitely doing King Dread. Paladin is in line of sight of me. Can grab one more right now. Oh, shit. I did not think that would pull right here. We got it, though. Go like this and like that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Little Icebound Fortitude. Losing threat somehow. Dispel the fear. Alright, now I have a Giga threat lead. Should be good now. That's a Bellowing Roar, Piercing Slash. Everything's okay. Prediction is up for whether we, actually, it's probably closed by now. I lied. Whether the trinket drops. That is not the trinket. Leather, spell power, greed. So the answer is actually no, the trinket did not drop. That's unlucky. When is the next MC raid with Rogue? I don't know exactly. But we did it. Oh, wait. Disconnected? Uh-oh. Hold on. Can I relaunch? Oh no, our client's in Chinese. Uh-oh. If I get back into this dungeon... we have to play it in Chinese right now, because we can't wait to reload the client in English. We don't have time. I need to put my Death Strike. Is that an unholy ability? Death Strike? Frost? Where's Death Strike? My macros are not going to be working. Okay, well, we're just not Death Striking. Alright, that's fine. My macros are all in English. Okay. Oh, geez. Everything is different. Jesus. It's going past me. Surely one of these is Death Strike. Maybe the icon is different. Blood. Is this it? I think that's Death Strike. Yeah, so if I try to load the client in English, I have to do a special thing where I, like, launch the client one time from the EXE and not from the launcher, and then wait approximately 1 minute, and then load the client from the launcher. So it's kind of obnoxious, and I definitely didn't have an extra minute to wait to log back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll fix that after this dungeon. So my Heart Strike and my Death Strike buttons, those were macros that included a start attack command. And because the macros were all with English characters or whatever, it just doesn't work when the client loads in Chinese. So I had to replace the macro buttons with like default action buttons. Yeah, this 9% is from this talent, which, as you can see here, if you just read the text on it, it says, you know, whenever you do a melee critical strike, you gain 3% physical damage, stacking up to 3 times. So, obviously, that's what that is. Let's see. Okay, everyone's here. Oh, snap. All the voice lines are in Chinese now. Let's go. Immersion? All right, we did it. What is that? Oh my god. I have no idea what this item is. That's not gonna help me. Is there anything? Okay, hang on. Drak'tharon. It's a bracer. Halls of stone crafted and be okay, so that's probably not for me. Those, I know what those are. Pass. Okay. We did it. Leave instance group is the second option. Male bracer? Okay. Okay. Let's take a quick intermission here where I reload everything but in English. So I can actually read. Exit game. Quit over here. Okay, so I need to load the config file. Need to find where it says ZHCN and replace it with ENUS. It's in 2 different locations in the file, the audio locale and the text locale. And US, okay. Save that. Now, I need to launch the game out of the EXE, not the launcher. And then we need to wait approximately 1 minute. And then we can launch the game from the launcher again. And then we're back in business. Struck out 2 dungeons in a row. Not getting the loot we want. Figure on the top shelf. This guy right here. Is that what you're asking about? That's an abacus. That's a boat. This is Darth Vader. I'll show you. This Darth Vader is pretty cool. It's nuts and bolts Darth Vader. Look at that. His lightsaber is a small screw and a large nail. He's got some bicycle chain parts on his breastplate there. Pretty cool. Alright, he can go over here for now. We should be good to go. Where you get it, I'm gonna give you $2 for that. It was a gift.
I hope you have a great
And
rest of
it
the
costs $5,000. Did you weld it together? No. I got it like that. It was a gift to me. I didn't make it. And I don't know how much the person who gave it to me spent on it. Donor Metallum, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming. Thank you so much for 7 months of support. I really appreciate that. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Kitely says, can I buy it for $6? Wait, shit, it didn't work. I thought I did everything right, but we loaded in Chinese again. Aw, what the hell? We gotta try again. Alright, let me just quit out of everything, including the launcher. Go back to... Jesus, maybe I didn't save the config file? Maybe that's it? Still says NUS. NUS audio and text locale. Okay, so that's good. We try again. Launch from the EXE. Patched, GG, time to learn Chinese. Bro, if I couldn't load the client in English, I might have to quit. If it actually got changed to the point where I could no longer load the client in English, I would be cooked. We'd have to go all in on Burning Crusade Anniversary. Oh my god, that sounds miserable. Why do this each time instead of making the config file read-only? I don't know. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if that works. Cheeseburger Kevin says, when you were younger, you worked at a toy Dracula factory. The problem was we only had 2 workers. Me and the other guy, so I had to make second count. Back to Devilsar streams. I've got like 1,000 gold on the Anniversary Realms. We gotta buy at least 2, maybe 3 Force Reactive Discs. Bunch of add-ons helping with translation in-game. Yeah, I've used some of those, Theodrim. And in my experience, they don't do translations very well. And if I can't discern a meaning from the translation that's provided, it's not helpful. And most of the add-on based translations are just low quality translations that make it hard for me to determine what the meaning of the message is. Alright, I think we should be good to try to launch the game from the launcher. I think maybe I just forgot to press save. Oh wait, I didn't even launch the launcher. I closed out of the launcher too. Okay, hold on, let me reopen the launcher. Luckily, we have 2 more hours to get these heroic lockouts in. I think it's going to be great tomorrow. Hang on, I got distracted by something. Right, okay. I think this would be great. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment. What I was saying was, I think it's going to be great tomorrow when we go into a last day of the lockout, hella scuffed molten core with this character. Isn't that hat terribly hot? No, it's really only on top of my head. You see, my ears are all out here. So, like, it's not way too hot. Hats that are, like, really warm and would be really, you know, uncomfortably warm if it was already hot out are ones that cover your head and your ears. If your ears are out, you know, you can stay cool. Okay. Okay, I think we're back in it. We're back in it. Gundrak, Oculus, Pinnacle, Violet Hold. Let's go. Frick all the other dungeons. Drak'tharon Keep, I would say that went pretty well. No problem there. Utgarde, we did die twice. That was a bit scuffed. That's for sure. Wonder if there's any other power I can buy. We should buy gems. These just have to be strength gems. Bold, Scarlet. How much we getting for these? 29 gold. So these are almost certainly what we're gonna zone into Molten Core with. So I'm good with like fully enchanting them. 1, 2, 3, and then we need a Eternal Belt Buckle. That's a 4x. Gundrak. Okay. There's a few options here. Gonna tank Molten Core as well. No. The plan is to be Frost DPS when we make it to Molten Core. I was told that finding spots in pug raids as a tank is actually kind of hard because most pugs will have their tanking situation. They'll like use a tank that they know. Square and target icon, circle. Okay. So, like, if I'm gonna join a random group of strangers, like, I should probably just be a damage dealer. Not gonna double pull this pack, because I know my gear is weaker, and I don't want to have any issue. Yeah, much easier to DPS when you don't know the language than to tank. Yeah, exactly. Tanks are a much more, like, critical role in the group, so yeah, especially if there's communication issues, then it's better if I'm not the tank. Probably want to save most of my cooldowns for the next boss. Because the way you pull the next boss, you pull it with some trash. So I want to make sure I have, like, Icebound Fortitude up for that. And, you know, maybe Empowered Rune Weapon. This guy's pretty easy, so I don't think I need to burn coolies here. What do we got? Shroud of Morabi. Intellect. Nope. Reroll that. Okay, everyone is up. We hit the altar thing. Yep, we did that. Okay, good. Everyone's here. Healer's full health. We hit a fresh buff. And we can go in. Oh, shit. This thing, when those things spawn, it's fresh aggro. I have to establish threat whenever the boss transitions like that. And I was stunned for just a moment as it spawned. How many people speak English on this server? Well, there's 3 guilds I know of. They're all kind of interconnected guilds. There's one for like speed running and competitive rating. There's one that's like the streamer guild, and then there's the one that this character is in called Guest Gamers. That's like a invite everyone. You speak English, you're in. And there are currently 83 people online, 84 online in the guild. Pauldrons of the Colossus, defense 31, shield block, dodge. I think this is actually worse than what I've got. No, I mean, I'd have to re-enchant it. I'll greed roll it. We won it anyways, okay. If I got it enchanted, I think it would be better than what I have currently. But without the enchant, definitely not. Good. You saw those crazy arms buffs? Yeah, I read about what they did to Arms Warrior, and I mostly glossed over all of it until they got to the part where they said, when you use Blade Storm, it makes your weapon appear larger for the duration of the effect. Your weapon just goes giga-sized whenever you press Blade Storm now. And then they also made the build, like, actually able to output a decent damage, so the build doesn't just suck. I was like, that's the cool buff. The buff that's cool is the one where it makes your weapon enormous. Always feel goods when you're in doubt of an item, greed roll it and win it anyways. Absolutely. That's a feels good man type of moment. Some of the damage dealers in this group are way more geared than me. I think we skip those guys, right? We can skip them. I need to use... Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, I'm stable. Okay. Cloth. Alright, we're good, we're good. Everything's fine. I got webbed, but that's okay. Right, coming up on last boss, there's some tanking gloves here, which would definitely be better than the gloves I've got, but strictly for tanking. And then there's the Hemorrhaging Circle, would be a good ring to pick up, which is the only agility item I put on my list of, like, things I want to get for pre-raid gear. I understand some agility items are the best thing you can get, but I just think it's kind of cringe to have, like, you know, warriors and rep paladins and death knights going for agility items. But, like, you know, it is what it is. They don't make strength items in every slot that are good, so, like, it just works out that those are the best things for the strength classes. There we go. Feral's trying to get behind the mob, so I gotta position it and then I gotta stop moving so I don't mess up the Feral. So he's gotta do like backstabs essentially. I think. Maybe that got removed in Wrath of the Lich King version, who knows? Maybe he doesn't have positional requirements anymore. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone is here. Healer is full mana. Let's go. Pull him all the way back into the corner. Will he, like, reset if he goes too far? I hope not. What is this? Damage every 3 seconds? I'm punctured? 2-minute duration? What the hell? Sash of... Aw, man. That loot is trash, dude. 3 dungeons. No good drops. Lame, but we did hit Honored with the Worm Rest Accord. Alright. Bounce. Leave instance group. Right, 2 people need rolled this sash. Intellect, haste, spell power. Okay, yeah, I guess it could be a healer item or an elemental shaman item. Right, I was just buying some gems. Oculus, Violet Hold, Utgarde, Pinnacle are the remaining ones. 1, 2, Oculus, Insta. Oh my god, this is the one. Okay, Oculus, we have to do it. But we only have to do it once, so let's get it over with. We're looking for plate gloves from the last boss in here. Okay? Oh, soul well for health stones, I guess. I'm gonna be honest, the last Oculus, I did the normal mode Oculus. I didn't really fully understand... Why am I getting invited to a group? Fine. I'm in the middle of a dungeon. I didn't really fully understand what I was doing with the Red Drake. I totally get it with the Bronze Drake. I've done it 1,000 times. but I kind of was missing the point with the Red Drake. So, I don't know if it'd be a good idea for me to try to go Red Drake again or not. Big pog damage. Yo, Morcaic, hello! 30 months of support on the channel. Love to see it. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you very much for your support. 30 months. Coming up on 3 years. Very cool. Thank you. I really hope this can be a one and done heroic Oculus. Be the first dungeon all day where we actually get the loot that we're after. Healing potion. My healer's not running out of mana, but it felt like we were a little bit behind on that pull. Grinding some new Celestials. Oh, in the Miss of Pandaria. Do they have, like, new mechanics in them? You know, are the mechanics annoying or cringe like they usually are? Burned a lot of big cooldowns there, so I might not have too much to go for the boss. 1 is your damage / build threat stack. 2 is to avoid the explosion. 3 redirects damage from your allies, if I remember correctly. Not bad at all. Okay. Okay, everyone's here. Boom. Boom. Hit a little bit of this. Hit a human racial. Hit one of them. Hit right there. Just gonna hit a anti-magic shell here, because it seems like there's a lot of magical explosions happening. Alright, what do we have? The Interrogator. Fast, one-handed sword with attack power. Seems bad. They all want to go bronze. Is anyone going one of the others? I mean, someone's gotta go red. I guess I'll go red. We'll see if we can make it work this time. Looking for one of these to start casting Blizzard, or Flame Strike's good enough. Tab to it, interrupt it. Everyone's here. Okay. Interrupt that Blizzard, spread disease. Okay, looking good. I was definitely a little nervous going into the first heroic. You know, can I actually do it? Like, are these going to be too hard? Am I just going to get wrecked? You know. But now I'm pretty confident that, like, I'm good enough here. Both in, you know, combination of competency and gear level. Good. Baby toy? Yeah, but like, Erkin, I literally just hit level 80, right? So I could very realistically have a gear issue of just not enough juice to be able to survive the attacks. So, and I wasn't certain, you know, if I had enough juice to survive. Yeah, that thing aggroed. It's okay. It's dead now. What is this thing aggroed? Oh my god. I think it is. Well, should be good to go in. Good. With Warrior or Druid Trank, I would agree with you, but DKs are broken. I did die twice in Utgarde Keep. One was to a triple pull, and I forget what the other one was. The triple pull is like, okay, that's pretty justified. We pull 3 packs of mobs. That's too many. It wasn't intentional to pull that many, but it happened. And we didn't even wipe. You know, me and one of the other damage dealers died. But they finished off the pull and then rezzed everyone. Oh, you know what? Now that we're back on the English client, I can go to my... Oh, wait, I'm in the Drake. I don't have my action bars. I was going to try to put my Death Strike and Heart Strike buttons back on. Shit. Okay, well. Now I can do this. Should not have dismounted there. They're gonna clean them up and it'll be fine. You can Death Grip them. Sometimes. But like, Death Grip has a maximum range. You see, I'm right on the edge. This thing's too far away. I don't want to fall off. There. Now it's closer. Boom. Got it. Okay. Everyone off of their Drakes. Good. Let's do a Horn of Winter. And we go in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my health's kind of low. Alright. Show me something good. Please show me something good. Gloves of goddammit. Leather intellect bullshit. Uh-huh. Second Paladin doesn't wanna buff kings. Yeah, well, that's tough. Paladins around the world are bad at casting blessings. It's, that's true in every version of World of Warcraft. What's this guy doing? Good. Really impressive how they're both able to use different auras. That is impressive. Yeah, a lot of paladins can't even manage that, you know. Usually both paladins use Crusader. You know how it goes, Theodrim. You know. Alcal America, I don't think I can. Just a little bit on the edge type of comment, but you did get a laugh out of me. I'm not gonna read it out loud though. Alright, everyone's here. Stoicho77, 23 months of support.
Let's go, baby, change that hat so you don't die from the heat less than 3.
Hat change? Do we have a hat change in the chat? Oh shit, do we have a Living Death Knight? I almost died. Queuing randoms or specifics? Specifics right now. We might change to randoms later. Oddstone with a hat change request. Okay, we'll go for one with ventilation holes in it. Look at this. Boom. Alright, gotta move, move, move. Buff up. Is everyone here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. Now, we gotta move out of the frost. Frost is way nastier in this version than it is in the normal mode version. Damn, bro, he's going buck wild with way too many frost bombs. Wait, is he dead? Wait, he's almost dead. How did he die so fast? The mage did 4.7 thousand damage. That makes sense. I understand why he died so fast now. Plate intellect. Can I catch a break, please? Can we see some plate strength, please? What is this, like 5th dungeon now?
The ley-line conduit will not be disrupted. Your defeat shall be absolute.
Laser flames. Good. Bronze, 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 emerald, and ruby for the last one. Oh, they're dismounting? What are they doing? They're trying to buff up? Remount their pets? Or, oh, maybe they took some damage from the little whelps. Alright, everyone's flying up. I think it's time we go and make it happen. Yo, Ompi raid and a QQ raid. Okay, I kind of just pulled the boss, and I'm a little bit stupid at Ruby Drakes, so bear with me a moment. Hello, thank you both for the raids. Ompi, I hope you had a wonderful stream. I saw the Fast Guild took highest speed for Molten Core on the whole game, so congratulations on that. That's super cool. I actually read a Chinese news article about it before I heard it from anyone else. Yeah, so what are we doing today? I hit max level on my Death Knight, and we're trying to gear up as fast as we possibly can. Any gear we can get is good. Trying to go Frost for raid purposes. DPS, like I know how to play Frost DPS, I like it. But we're only like 187 item level. Most Molten Core groups are asking for a minimum of 195. But let me tell you what, we are going to do a super scuffed Molten Core tomorrow, like literally within 12 hours of the lockout ending. That's when I plan to send Molten Core. So it's going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel for any raiders that can even zone into Molten Core. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I love scuffed pug raids that don't go according to plan, and I think I'm setting this character up for exactly that. So the plan is to send heroics, and in about an hour and a half, hang on, about an hour and a half, the heroic reset will happen. So then we'll be able to specific queue the ones that we need again. But I'm gonna be honest, this is like my 4th or 5th dungeon. I haven't got a single piece of loot out of the heroics yet. Not one. But you're about to see it right here, because for sure, the plate strength gloves are gonna drop. There's no way the plate strength gloves don't drop. Oh my god, there were mobs still, and I just dismounted. A little awkward. Alright. Alright, I think we're good now. Intellect? Intellect, are you... Need roll, read roll, death grip you, read roll. That is unlucky, bro. Now we have to do Oculus again. All right, well, let's leave instance group. We are not getting very lucky. Ompi and QQ Raiders, hello. Let me show you the gear we're working with. You need Culling of Stratholme, Simon? I have no idea. Let me look. I made a nice little chart of some of the stuff I can get. Ahn'kahet Old Kingdom for a chest piece. Gundrak Heroic, Utgarde Keep. Wyrmrest Accord Exalted. Crafted, Titanic Embers. I'm not seeing any Culling of Stratholme on the list, but I do see this, which I was not specific queuing for that one before. So let's do that now. I'm actually flasking up for these dungeons because my gear is so scuffed and I don't want to die in the dungeons. Do a fresh flask. Utgarde Pinnacle time. So we got Crusader's Resolution. I actually put an enchant on it. Burning Skull Pendant. You may notice the block value on this necklace. And never mind that. It was even just the other stats that were on it made it better than what I had equipped before. And it was only 10 gold in the auction house. Let me see if I could go over the gear really quick. I'm gonna mouse over it really quick. Looks like we have one guy offline in this group. We put some enchants on stuff. We put the enchants on stuff that I thought would be like high impact for my character's actual performance. Oh, this? Hang on. I have a belt buckle. Jesus, there's 3 Death Knights. Bro, everyone in this group is gonna roll on Meteorite Whetstone. Probably the healer is gonna roll on Meteorite Whetstone also, for their feral spec. I'm pretty sure. Interrupt the spell. We got to do a little bit of work to reduce our damage taken, again, because the gear is slightly scuffed. You know, interrupting spells, pressing my defensives, things like that. You know, tanking. But ultimately, the goal is to become a Frost DPS Chad. I got the weapons locked down. The weapons are from Ebon Blade Revered. You can just buy 2 swords from them. Or if you want to spend a little, you can get a Titan Steel Bone Crusher crafted item for your main hand, and then you do the Ebon Blade sword in the offhand still. Good. Let me get a couple of runes. There. Good. Good. Plague Strike. Spread Disease. Can't interrupt that lightning bolt, but I can anti-magic shell the damage it would deal. Good there. We did a Utgarde Pinnacle normal mode also. while we were leveling up, that was a really good call. There are 2 quests. You get both of the quests at the start of the dungeon from the NPC, so you don't have to do anything outside the dungeon. And each quest is 88,000 experience. So at 79, I specific queued a Utgarde Pinnacle normal mode. Yeah, I mean, that was just a big chunk of experience. Get this, get that, blood boil, death and decay, plague disease, spread disease. We got 4 mobs up here, so let me hit a dancing rune weapon. Oh, jeez, I am taking some damage. Dancing rune weapon gives me parry chance now. Not too long ago, they did a lot of buffs to Blood Death Knight. You know, some of them kind of effective for damage dealing, but mostly oriented towards tanking, with a lot of improvements to threat generation on a lot of abilities. Some very cool stuff that has made Blood Death Knight tanking in dungeons especially, like, way more smooth. And it's been very enjoyable. Prior to the buffs, it was definitely a situation of, like, I would have to struggle to grab threat, especially in groups of mobs. Like, basically, I was super reliant on Death and Decay as my only good AoE prior to the buffs. But now Blood Boil is a super good AoE threat generator, and that's a no cooldown ability. Oh, shit. Got an extra mob in from the side. Oh, this thing, I see. Okay, it's problem time. Okay, we made it through. Yeah, I thought that patrol had moved far enough up the stairs that it wouldn't aggro, but I was wrong. It did not quite move that far yet. My healer is nowhere near me. They have a mark? Yeah, let me put a mark on them. There we go. Now I can see the healer. You got death gripped. Alright, so we're looking for 2 items actually out of this dungeon. Meteorite whetstone, as well as the, there's a necklace that drops from the last boss also that would be alright. Not looking to spend like 400 gold on the jewel crafted necklace. So we gotta find an alternative. That would, like, normally be the good item you would want. Do I have any kind of defensive to press here? Healing potion? Alright. Taunt you. Okay, it's dead. The Ember next, no good for Frost. I think I ran out of Embers. I'm at 4. Yeah, so I can't buy a necklace. There's no strength DPS necklace. There's an agility DPS necklace, which would probably have been an okay item, but I don't want to wear agility items, honestly. I understand that in some cases they are the best item I could get, but I think it's lame. So whenever I can, I'm trying to be wearing strength items unless I really, really have no alternative. Which went light mode, you're blind. Uh-oh. Gotta go back to dark mode. What VPN and what server? asked Landboat. No VPN. It's a service called Gear Up, which is, I think it's, the technical classification is a tunneling service. I'm not totally sure, but Gear Up is the thing. And the server is PvP number 2 on the Alliance side. If you have any, all that information I just told you should be covered in the access document. That's the Google Doc that's linked in the description. Oh, shit. Hang on. Netted. Where is he going? Someone else grabbed him. Get him? Did we get him? Not quite. We have to wait one more round. This guy scares me a little bit. I think he might hit me really hard. Or I could just be wrong, and maybe it's not an issue. There? Especially with those things running in. Had to make me move around a bit. Disease refresh. Nice. Got it just barely in time. Let me put this on the boss. One damage dealer has been defeated. If he spins again, I feel like I should run. Although he might not. Yeah, maybe we're good. Poison Spear, the ads are dead. Looks like that was just one additional ad spawn, like right before we transitioned to this phase of the boss. Scotty's Iron Belt, Defense Belt, block value. Dude, why does all the stuff have block value on it? Son of a bitch. Are we good? Healer is actually very low mana, so we should let healer drink. They had to res and buff. How else are you gonna block the haters without block value? Easily. Twitch has a function for that. Game's telling you to roll prop paladin. I don't know if I could do that, dude. I'm planning to make a paladin for Burning Crusade. I don't know if I could play it also in this version. I think I'm going to be pretty happy with 3 characters. 2 rogues and this Death Knight for Titan Reforge. That should be a good amount of raids available. I only have 1 rogue right now. I'll either level the 3rd one or probably buy the boost. The boost includes a year of game time, and then the price of the boost is like $12 more than a year of game time would cost. Oh, yep, okay, he just pulled it. That's about exactly what I was going to do, was that death grip. Damage dealer just a little impatient. He can't wait to lose the roll on Meteorite Whetstone to me. He's got to death grip the mobs himself. What are we doing? Other guy making the pulls. Okay. Blood Boil, Death and Decay, Second Disease, Spread Disease. My health is looking bad. Okay. Healer probably needs to drink. Looking at that mana bar, it's looking not great. Fine, I would like it if healer was full mana before this pull, because these mobs fearing means it might go into the boss. I don't know what this means. Ah, too slow. Tried to switch target and interrupt the fear. Alright. He's drinking up, he's full. Let's do it to it. I don't need to use my will to survive. I'm gonna save it till a time where I feel like I need to use it. Oh, he's doing Army of the Dead. Honestly, I should put Army of the Dead on my bar. I trained that shit. I should use it. Oh, yep, the Army of the Dead is now super stunned. I'm still in the threat lead. It's just all the little army dudes. Oh, do I want to back away from that? Got one kind of like AoE blast ability. I'm not sure exactly what phase that ability happens in. Alright, looks like the Army of the Dead's over. He's back to hitting me. Now, this is the last stun, so we might as well human racial it. Put this defensive up, put that defensive up. Alright, Meteorite or Necklace. Meteorite or Necklace. That's what we're looking for. Red Sword of Courage, Mantle of Discarded Ways, Strength One-Hander, Fast. Is this better than a... Who selected Need for this? Is this better than a Ebon whatever sword? Like lower DPS? I mean, we got other guys need rolling it. I think I'm need rolling it too then. Need. Read. That might be better than one of the other swords. We didn't win it anyways. All the Death Knights need rolled it. Alright, leave instance group. How many dungeons in a row? How can we actually be this unlucky? This is insane how unlucky we are. We have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heroic dungeons and not gotten a single item out of any of them that's good for me. Jeez. Alright, well, there's 2 more to specific queue. What did you want there? I wanted either the Strength DPS Necklace or the Meteorite Whetstone. Trinket would be good. So, Ahn'kahet Old Kingdom has a chest plate that's good for me. Violet Hold has a pair of gloves that aren't as good as the Oculus gloves, but they're there. And I think Violet Hold has one other item that's also good. And I think once we queue those, we'll hit some randoms. What are the packages? They have, like, potions and stuff in them. Violet Hold has pants. Really, a pants option. I'm trying to get up Wyrmrest Accord, because they have epic pants at Exalted. So that's one option. Wyrmrest Accord Exalted, Utgarde Keep Heroic are the two options I wrote for pants. Boots out of Violet Hold, but we have better boots, so that's not important. Hands, Violet Hold Heroic. Yeah, Gauntlets of Capture. Violet Hold pants are tank pants. We'll get them anyways. Stitch says, I have a lot of China battle accounts. I can give them to players who need them and walk through how to link the game. That's very helpful. When you want to queue for Azjol Narub, I don't think there's any DPS items in Azjol Narub. There is a really good tanking trinket, but I don't think, actually we can look in here. I don't think there's DPS items that I care about. Cloth, leather, plate. We've got better bracers, so we don't need that. Hadronox, cloth, leather, mail. This is the tank trinket. A noob, plate, intellect, plate, tank, plate, helmet, Crypt Lord's Deft Blade. Yeah, no, there's nothing in here that we want. Alright, Violet Hold. Last boss drops a glove we care about. Never mind, not Violet Hold. Might be an acceptable intermediate. I've already got a spiked Titan Steel helm, so the helm slot is already locked in for me. Why not MC items? What? I'm trying to get gear to be able to go to Molten Core. My gear's not good enough to go into Molten Core yet. What's your preferred DPS build? Definitely Frost. I've played Unholy and I've played Frost. I played a very little bit of Unholy, decided I absolutely hated it, and then went back to playing Frost in Wrath Classic. So this guy, we're trying to gear up to make him a Frost character. That's the goal here. Alright, next portal. This is a AoE group here. Good. Next portal. Right there. Okay, I took a bit of a... Can I jump this? Nope, that's an invisible wall, I think. Oh, am I going to make it in time? Yes, I made it in time. Blood Boil, Death and Decay. 1, 2... There's... Oh, look at this. Look at this group. No other plate users. Surely no one will roll on the gloves to disenchant them, right? Or for the vendor value. Surely that will happen, right? Won't happen, I mean. You tanking in Frost? No, this is a blood build right now for tanking the dungeons. We're tanking in the dungeons to get the gear we need to DPS in the raid. Oh, right, my talent specialization right now is mostly blood. My presence is Frost. Frost presence is for tanking. Blood presence is for damage dealing. Frost talent's a tank build. I mean, I think you can tank as any talent build. But, you know, which one is going to be good? Probably blood is the way you actually want to be if you're trying to, you know, optimize your tank performance. Like, all the trees have some kind of bullshit, like, here's damage reduction from Bone Shield, here's, like, a bonus armor thing. You know, almost every tree has, like, some kind of tank talents and some kind of DPS talents. How do you feel about the Blood DK talent changes? Great. The buffs they did not too long ago, super good. It makes playing this, like, way, way smoother. I think I'm supposed to kite him away from the ads that he spawns. Orbs incoming. Alright. Oh, fuck. All my damage dealers in this group are ranged. They probably don't care that I run the boss around like that. And that's just what you do to avoid those orbs. Oh, look at that. More cloth gear. Other rogues, pretty easy. Gonna start doing them now on my feral DPS, but don't really remember mechanics too well. I think you'll be fine. I mean, I think the only class where, like, you need to, like, if you're a healer or you're a tank, you need to be able to perform competently and, like, have decent gear and know what's going on. If you're a damage dealer, you don't really even need to know what's going on, I would say. It's just a role that's just, like, not really essential to the group being successful, you know, in the same way that a tank and healer is. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you're going in as a feral DPS, I would not sweat it. Alright, there's another single mob portal. So we can be blasting Icy Touch. Got him. So I think the loot we want is off last boss. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Hunter, hello. How's it going? Well, we hit 80, and we're having just absolutely the worst luck with gearing up in heroics. This is heroic number 6 so far. We haven't gotten a single item that's good for us. Not yet. Yep. I don't think they've even dropped, honestly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're at the stage of, like, they haven't even dropped that level of unlucky. Not just, you know, it dropped and I lost the roll. Interrupt that magic reflection. Okay, good. Taken care of. Where's the next portal? There it is. You got this. Maybe I can give some good luck. Well, we'll see. In 54 minutes, the heroic lockouts reset. And then we can, you know, go again on all the specific dungeons that we want stuff from. And the plan is to get the gear today so we can Molten Core tomorrow. You know what? Maybe it's because... Maybe it's bad karma for queuing as a tank, but trying to get DPS gear. Maybe Blizzard knows, and they're making none of my DPS gear drop. Worth spending embers on gear right when you get 80? It kind of depends on what your goal is. For me, like, this character hit 80, I immediately spent embers, bought some reputation items, and got into heroics. For me, I have a very short timetable to get myself into Molten Core. And part of that was juicing up my item level high enough that the game even let me queue into heroics. So for me, I spent them right away. If you have a bit more time before, like, your character needs to be good, and you're, like, trying to optimize for your raid or whatever, you can run a bunch of heroics, see what you don't get from heroics, and then use the embers to replace, you know, the slots that you didn't get good items from heroics. But depending on how many embers you have, like, you may just be able to buy most of the things you want, you know, anyways. Like, I had 40 embers. I spent 36 of them. There really isn't anything else left that I even could get that would be good. I mean, there might be something, but not much. All right, let me do a stream prediction. Star prediction. Will the gloves drop? Now, obviously, when I say the gloves, I mean the ones that are good for me. Okay, prediction is up. If you want to predict your channel points, you can do that. I'll close the prediction before the last boss dies. Spam some Icy Touch here. Little Plague Strike, please. Plague Strike. Oh, Hunter all in on believing. Love to see it. Love to see it. Hopefully we both get lucky. You with your channel points, me with actually getting a single relevant piece of loot. That would be crazy, huh? What's he doing? Walk in the other direction. Alright, they're dead. 14 portals spawned. Where are we going next? Right here. Zarfe doubting? Thinking you're gonna collect some cool channel points there, huh? You don't know. Morcaic and Zarfe doubting, dude, it's gonna drop for sure. And then all the doubters are gonna go broke, okay? This is the one. We did 5 dungeons. This is dungeon number 6. For sure, this is the one, okay? There's no way we can go 6 dungeons in a row without getting anything. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Next portal, please. Oh, there we are. Up here, there's a group. There's a 3 mob pack. I kind of messed up the opener a little bit. I didn't spread the diseases. I used a blood rune to heal myself because I saw my health spiking low. Which I think was fine. I held aggro on the stuff anyways, and I'm alive, so that's good. Alright, this should be last portal, then boss. Okay, boss time. Boss time, boss time. Where's this guy? The mage, so I guess I'll go here. Good, got a couple of cooldowns up. Oh, I gotta close the prediction. Alright. Make sure I have a big threat lead. A couple extra icy touches for good measure. Threat resets? Oh my god. How will I ever close the prediction mid-boss fight? If threat oh, geez, I actually just lost threat there. That guy actually just ripped off of me. The Warlock. Alright, closing prediction. It's tied 50-50 on the prediction in terms of the points getting allocated to believe and doubt. There we go. Gloves. Mark of the War Prisoner. Jesus Christ. I believe this is what casters want, though. This is the thing casters want, right? Okay, greed roll that. Greed roll that. Need roll, and we're out of here. Leave instance group. Unlucky. Choose outcome. Will the gloves drop? The answer is no. Okay, what dungeons are even left? Ahn'kahet, the Old Kingdom. There's a bracer I could get out of Halls of Stone. I think we just go Kingdom, and then we go random queue. Casters only want one thing, and it's disgusting. Yeah, they all want... yeah. Fucking Violet Hold. Congrats on 80, Mr. Simon, says Gashel. Thank you. Thank you.
I have the finest wires in the land.
Got our Eternal Belt Buckle. Oh, here's Ahn'kahet, Old Kingdom. Wait, 3? Did it say 0 out of 3? Aren't there 5 bosses in Ahn'kahet, Old Kingdom? Alright, whatever. Who cares? Healer immediately left. We're requeued. We have Mage, Druid, Healer. Oh, we're missing a damage dealer right now. Oh, I'm the leader of the group now. Okay, well, I'll requeue. Someone declined the invite. What is happening? This hasn't happened in any of my other dungeons. We had 3 people leave. The healer left. Okay, now we have another healer, Paladin, Shaman. Okay, are we gonna go now? Are we good? Are we good here? Alright, I'm pulling up Google Translate. Google Translate. I have to find out what the hell is being said here. Maybe it, you know, will help me. This says, has this script been modified? You need to complete the entire playthrough to finish it. Right. So to get the dungeon, you have to do all bosses in this dungeon. And people are just bailing. Curse of Mayor Quimby. If you kill him like 2,000 times, his spirit will prevent you from getting hot loot. Yeah, I guess so. Have to do content equals leave. Can't skip the bosses? Leave the dungeon. Alright. I'm gonna put a mark on my healer. They put a mark on me. Good. Good. They're dead. We can loot that thing, whatever. Just wait for that thing to crawl over there, and we can just all walk this way. No problem. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 people with me. This guy is offline. Can we actually vote to kick him this early? Cannot be kicked for another 42 seconds. God damn it. I didn't think this was gonna come in the way that it did. It's actually a double pull with only 4 players. Oh my god, he just killed that guy. Why do you play so zoomed in? Because I never set my camera to zoom out more. Alright. Yes, I would like to get someone who is actually online to participate in this group. Jesus, people do not like this dungeon. Triple mage. God. Okay, whatever. We have triple mage, paladin, death knight. Whatever. Let's see. The mage zoned in all the way over there. We gotta wait for them to catch up to us. Perhaps pull those things. Huge AoE time? I hope so. He sees what's happening. He sees what's happening. He knows he needs to wait a little bit. Okay. He's got, you know, at least some situational awareness. He knows that's a good sign. Now, the situation here is the paladin is going to need roll on the DPS chest plate that I need, obviously. I mean, I didn't queue as a damage dealer. Neither did they. So I think that would actually be kind of fair game if we're both rolling on the DPS chest plate. Okay, everyone's with me. Go here. Go on this guy again. He's the most dangerous. He has the super nasty spell. That's the one that we want to interrupt. Good, good, good. Okay, mana pools are a little bit low. Just destroy those things. Then we can get mana. Buff all the mages with agility and strength from Horn of Winter, of course. It feels like this isn't max rank Horn of Winter. 86? I feel like it's supposed to be more than that. I remember last time I was at the trainer, I didn't have enough gold to train every spell. So I just trained the ones that would be, like, important for tanking. And then said, you know, good enough. Good. Elder Naddox going down. 2 of the 3 damage dealers are doing less damage than the tank. That's pretty normal, I would say. You know, not that surprising. Oh, he's dead. What do we get? Sprinting shoulders. Expertise, attack power, some leather, agility bullshit. Okay. Who even plays classes that are, care about leather agility? I mean, gotta be pretty cringe if you're playing a leather agility class, right? Why don't you press Rune Strike? I don't know. Seems like everything's working out just fine. I'm used to the version of Rune Strike that's, instant ability. This one's a little bit clunky with it being a next melee ability. So like I press it and it doesn't immediately spend the stuff. I don't know. It seems like I'm doing totally fine, so it doesn't matter. It's dead. Let's see. We want to go up. Up, 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 up. Okay, good. I believe the chest armor drops from the next boss here. Not a last boss loot type of situation. It's one of the middle bosses. Drops what we care about. Alright, prediction. Start prediction. Will the chest drop? I'm gonna just put 2 minutes on the clock. Start prediction. Wait, did we not click it? Okay, now we clicked it. Okay. Good, good, good. Prediction is up. 2 minutes if you want to get your points in. Poisson says the highest Horn of Winter is 155. Yeah, so I definitely don't have the highest rank then. How did the mage die? Wait, when did the mage die? All the mages are alive right now. You try to trick me? The mages are not dead. Need the healer to be closer to me. Now we can pull. Silence that dude. Getting tossed around here. One did die on the last platform. Probably a skill issue. Yeah, probably. Couldn't possibly have been a skill issue for me. Definitely wasn't my fault. Ooh, some big Heart Strike crits. The other thing about Rune Strike is it's not just always available. It's like, oh shit, I'm almost dead. It's like only available sometimes. I'm gonna dispel that just so I definitely don't pull the boss. It's only available sometimes, and then you have to press it, and then you have to wait till your next melee swing. Just is like really awkward to like think about. Is it available? Should I press it? Am I pressing it? Is it not even available and I'm pressing it? Like all that bullshit. You know, screw that. We don't need Rune Strike. Could we do better if we started using it more? Probably. But we're doing good enough. Alright, where's he gonna be? Flame Orb. Use my anti-magic shell. Oh, he's on me. Wait, the healer's dead! Why is the healer dead? Where's Ray's ally? This is Ray's dead. Uh-oh. Fuck. How did you just die to the flame orb? Standing too close to the flame orb? Alright, who's leaving the group now? He tried to go invisible. He tried to go invisible before he died. Yep, left the group. Was it a mage? Was it a healer? Are we requeuing? Absolutely, we are requeuing. We lost the healer. Let's see. Death, healer, seer beam. Yep. So they just took 5 seconds, 6 seconds straight of seer beam and then died. Yep. From 5.8 seconds before death to death. That's a lot of seer beams, and they just died. Okay. That's too bad for them. Alright, now there's literally no one else who can equip plate in this group. So think about it that way. The paladin is missing out on their chance for the plate to get the plate chest. Good here. Good here. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the shaman. The shaman is the healer. I don't really care about these mages. See, that's exactly why we needed to find out if the shaman was gonna need help. I wonder if I'm line of sighting the shaman here. Now, some people might look at this and interpret this as a situation where this shaman is also going to die to Seer Beam. Kiko says, you got to take off. Good luck with farming Prebis and have a wonderful day. Well, thank you, Kiko. I hope you have a nice rest of your day as well. What are we doing here? Moving? Where is my healer? Oh, they went around that way. Okay, that's fine. That's totally okay. Okay. There's yet another mage behind that guy. This is a triple mage group. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Alright, there are some trash mobs here. If people go, like, take the wrong line here, they can aggro them. Please, dear God, do not aggro the Frostbringer. Okay, we made it back to the boss. Okay, 5 people are here. Get Rune Strike, bind it on all your spells, then you do not need to press it. Yeah, but sometimes, if I bind it to all my spells, you know, sometimes I'm trying to save up energy to cast a Dancing Rune Weapon, and it's important that I save the energy. If it's bound into all my buttons, then, you know, it's going to be spending when I don't want to spend. Honestly, Blood Death Knight is not, like, what I'm trying to play. I just need to play it good enough to do the dungeons, so then I can get my gear and be Frost in raids. I'm not concerned about solving that particular problem of, like, how can I cast Rune Strike more easily. Mage is dead. We did not damage the boss fast enough. Just gonna pull him away. The healer is dead too now. They did, in fact, die to Seer. Oh, now it's my turn to die to... Is this for real? Are we unable to complete this dungeon? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's check the healer death. The healer death is the only one that matters. The mage died during Embrace of the Vampire, and we didn't do enough damage to the boss, and the guy didn't get healed. I'm gonna guess it was Searing Orb. Or Searing Fire, same thing that killed the last healer. Believe it or not, it's the same thing that killed the last healer. Yup. Is it heroic dungeons? These are just heroic dungeons, yeah. I wonder, could I intentionally drag the boss as far away from the healer as I can, so that when it does spawn flame orbs, the healer's just far away and doesn't need to move? What if I move instead of hoping that the healer will move? You can soak them from the healer? Explain that to me. Stand between the orb and the healer? So is the orb hitting the player closest to it? Is that how that works? I mean, I thought you just kind of move away from them and then everything's fine. Oh, what the hell is this situation? What? Where is this mob coming from? This might be the greatest dungeon we did all day. Maybe someone went to the left, didn't realize... Maybe the new guy went to the left, didn't realize we didn't clear that stuff. Wait a second. Yeah, so that was the patrol from this room. This the new guy? Yeah, the new guy's far ahead. Huh. Remember when I made the prediction for the chest armor? Only 2 minutes? Because, like, we were right over here, and then, like, we were just gonna go and kill the boss, and it was gonna be easy. I remember when I thought this was gonna be easy. I mean, the dungeon group up till this point was totally fine. I'm gonna unholy frenzy myself if I don't get picked by the boss and help DPS it. Alright, the healer is... I'm just pulling away from the healer. The healer keeps following me, though. Not great. Okay, well, here's the flame orbs. Jesus. Okay. Nope, okay, he's just casting. I can't move him from here. Come on. Hit some abilities, do some damage. Somehow, we aren't dead this time. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is the one that drops the chest. I'll double check before I pay out the prediction. Oh, that's not Chester. I'm pretty sure. Let's double check in the Atlas loot. Fuck. Yep, that was the one that dropped the chest. What are we at, like 8 dungeons now without a single good drop? see what's going on? Yes. Got the interrupt. Good. I think I'm gonna pull this trash pack. This feels like a group that would ass pull it and wipe. I think it's better to just pull it for safety. You know what we're really doing here? We're building up our luck for after the heroic dungeon reset, and then we're gonna slam the heroic dungeons and just everything's gonna drop. That's what's gonna happen. Healer is drinking, so I am waiting, right? If we get nothing, like 12 dungeons in a row, that means we're guaranteed to get good shit after that. Trust me, I have a degree in mathematics, so like I know how statistics work. Theoretical or actual? Do you mean like applied mathematics or theoretical mathematics? Or are you asking if me having a degree is a joke? I do actually have an undergraduate degree with a major in mathematics and a minor in philosophy. Hat change from Torixo. Hang on. Do this. Yep, okay. Luckily, I can do my rotation without thinking too hard. Okay. Do we have enough DPS to kill the thing? Yeah, we killed the thing, okay. What philosophy did you enjoy learning about the most? I don't think it was really covered in the classes I took. Can't remember, it was a while ago. But I could say my favorite, you know, philosopher that I've learned about. Defense, dodge, stamina. Oh shit, this doesn't even have block on it. That's a tank item for sure. I need that. Tanking upgrade. Hello. Boom. We've eliminated one of our block items. Nice. Anyways, Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius and Zeno were the first two writers that really like are regarded as like the founders of Stoic philosophy today, by today's understanding. And like, you know, Stoic philosophy has a lot of things to it, but like the main takeaway from a Stoic point of view that I think is valuable and, you know, helps me is the idea that like there are a lot of things that happen in life that are out of your control. You simply can't do anything about it. And you shouldn't be upset about those things. You shouldn't get angry or like, you know, really emotional about those kind of things, because like you're usually not making good decisions when you're angry or upset. That emotion doesn't help you in that case. But it's like so like the lesson is like So you park your car, you go to work, you come back, like, your car's broken into and the window's shattered. Like, you can't do anything about that. That, you know, what's done is done. Some people might just completely flip out and you know, get really emotional and upset. But the stoic way to deal with that is say, you know, that's too bad. You know, what can I control? What can I do that my actions actually have, you know, influence over? And focus on those kind of things. One of Marcus Aurelius's lines is like, when something bad like that happens to you, you say, how fortunate it is that it happened to me, a stoic, rather than someone else, an idiot, who would have flipped out over this and caused a bunch of problems, but I know how to react properly to it, blah, blah, blah. Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. But it's like, oh, you know, take it a step further and say, like, aha, it's good that this happened to me and not someone else, because I know how to deal with it appropriately, which is a little bit on the pompous side of things, but kind of funny too. The main takeaway is, like, don't worry about things you can't really influence with your own actions, you know? I don't do any DPS to these. On my rogue, I'm used to being, like, one of the first ones to finish and then go help the other people with theirs. Not the case here. Alright, Herald Volage, or whatever. Volage Quick Demise, Fiery Obelisk, Intellect Bullshit. Intellect bullshit. And need roll and need roll. Alright. Leave instance group. I think that's the last one that we need for, like, specific cues. Azrael Narub, no. Halls of Lightning. Halls of Stone has a bracer we could get, but we don't really care that much. Because the best bracer is just a BOE. Nexus or Culling? I think I had something on my list for Nexus. Blue Boot. Band of Frosted Thorns. Yeah, fuck that. We're gonna random queue until the dungeons reset.